Hello friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique DRVET Dr. Ved channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor Head Veterinary Medicine. Here we will discuss the last part of swine erysipelas. In part 5, we will discuss differential diagnosis, treatment and control. This is an important bacterial disease of pigs. In this presentation, we will discuss differential diagnosis of swine erysipelas. There are many similar diseases which causes erythema, redness and skin lesions, polyarthritis and valvular endocarditis. But some of the important diseases we discuss here. First disease is septicemic salmonellosis. It is also a acute septicemic disease of pigs. There are gross skin discoloration lesions. But here additionally there is enteritis. There is involvement of the brain and confirmation can be done by fecal culture. Swine fever is also important disease of the pig. There is sudden onset. It is highly fatal disease. But in the swine fever, the cauliflower lesions on the walls of the heart and diamond skin lesions are absent. Continue with the differential diagnosis. Infectious arthritis or polyarthritis of pigs. It is caused by mycoplasma infection or streptococcus infection and other many arthritis producing organisms also. But this can be differentiated by proper isolation and identification of organism, cultural isolation. Another fourth disease is Glasser's disease. It is called as porcine polycirrhosis. Porcine means swine. Polycirrhosis, many serous membranes are involved. The serous membranes of abdominal cavity and thoracic cavities are involved. There is severe fibrinous polycirrhosis. It is caused by Haemophilus organism. There is arthritis also. Serous membranes are involved, especially abdominal and thoracic cavity, and severe painful dyspnea and meningitis. Continue with the differential diagnosis of swine erysipelas. Zinc deficiency. Deficiency of zinc mineral in pigs causes parakeratosis in growing pigs. This also causes parakeratosis in skin, but this can be differentiated by estimation of zinc level of the blood. The next disease is rickets. Rickets is a bone disease of young pigs. Here there is defective mineralization of the bone and there is overgrowth of the cartilages. The bone becomes soft and weak. So there is bowing of the legs, enlargement of the joints because of the cartilages enlargement. Foot rot in pigs. Here the hooves are swollen, discharged from the coronal joint, but visceral organs are not involved here. Treatment of swine erysipelas. The drug of choice in acute cases is penicillin. Highly effective. Very well treatment. Immediate improvement within 24 hours. Long-acting penicillin or procaine penicillin intramuscular for 3 days cure the acute cases. Nowadays, better antibiotics are available. Enrofloxacin, amoxicillin, and other antibiotics are also effective. Anti-erysipelas serum contain antibody. This protects suckling pigs. So, for the protection of suckling pigs, serum is given. But in chronic cases, antibiotics are usually ineffective or not much responding because in chronic cases, already it has created pathology in the joints, proliferation of sinus membrane, proliferative change in heart valves, and it deteriorates the body. So, in chronic cases, antibiotics are usually less effective. The important step for the prevention of swine erysipelas is regular vaccination. Regular vaccination with either killed bacterias or attenuated vaccine protect the animals. But 100% protection is not possible. Now we discuss the control of swine erysipelas. The usual normal steps will control the disease. Quarantine of the new entered animal into the piggeries or farms, good hygiene and sanitation, proper management, isolation, regular disinfection of the premises and stalls with appropriate disinfectants, hypochlorite. So these normal steps help in controlling the disease. Continuous of the control of swine erysipelas, biosecurity. These are the normal steps. Disposal and incineration of carcasses and dead pigs, effective disposal of feces because it's excreted through feces, quick diagnosis. Earlier the diagnosis will stop the spread of the further disease because if the diagnosis is made, it will help in prevention and control. So it will save a lot of efforts. Early diagnosis is very much important. Reduction in stress. If stress factors are reduced, the disease effect will be less and less prevalence of the disease is observed. Continuation of the control of swine erysipelas, parental administration of serum gives protection for 1 to 2 weeks to 6 weeks during the outbreaks. So when there is outbreaks, serum given that provides the antibody. Suckling pigs in endemic areas where there are all the chances of infection should be given serum during first week at a monthly interval until vaccination is done. That also protects the suckling piglets. Carry out the laboratory test for the diagnosis and if positive reactors are detected, carry out the slaughter of this animal or remove it from the farm. Continuation with the control. As usually the other diseases, this disease also controlled by good husbandry practices, a good hygienic well ventilated housing, a good feeding, nutritious as well as non-infected fresh water. Clinicians should carry out regular checkup and clinical examination of animals to detect any sick case. When there is endemic infection, isolation of the new stock is to be carried out. Only healthy pigs are allowed to enter into the piggery. If infected case is found, it is not allowed to enter into the farm. Detect the chronic carrier cases by performing the test, and if chronic carrier tests are found positive, remove them from the farm for the further spread of the disease. Friends, we have discussed here differential diagnosis, treatment, prevention and control of swine erysipelas. Please share this important information to veterinary students and veterinary friends. Thank you very much for observing this video, and to promote this channel, requested to subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.